We're interested in architecture, and that's really one of the core focuses of the practice. So architectural principles inherently are getting applied to a fashion project or a retail project or a cultural project. I'm Alex Mustinen. I'm co-founder and partner of Snarkitecture, a collaborative practice operating between the disciplines of art and architecture. The design of the studio is not so planned. It was really something that happened. We started the practice in this space in 2008. It's a 2,500 square foot warehouse in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. When we first started, we shared the space with another artist, and over time we've kind of taken over the rest of the building. When we started, it was Daniel and myself. And now there's probably about 20 people in the studio between Snarkitecture and then Daniel's practice as a fine artist, which is in addition to our collaboration with Snarkitecture. It's sort of controlled chaos in the sense of it's still a space that invites experimentation and a lot of sort of process-oriented work, but it's also functional in the sense of part office and part studio. Really the larger guiding principle and one of the main reasons we started the practice was the idea of making architecture perform the unexpected. This idea about taking familiar things from the world of architecture in our built environment and manipulating or altering those to create new and unexpected moments. Other things that I think we're very interested in are the idea of creating architecture that's accessible and interactive, so inviting a very wide audience to experience and interact with our projects. For us, white's a material that sort of removes a lot of other, let's say, distractions from our everyday surroundings. So all of the colors and textures and things that are happening when we're walking down the street or when we're walking into your home or your office building, we're interested in kind of stripping all of that away so that we can focus more on either a single gesture or a certain experience, that we're inviting visitors to sort of let these other things fall away as they enter a Snarkitecture project. Collaborating or working with a lot of these clients, we're definitely responding to things that are specific to their, let's say, either worldview or their practice. Specific things either in their collection or specific concepts is really what we're probably most interested in. Our work is there as a companion or collaboration with the fashion designer, but at the end of the day, it's their show and it's designed to highlight their collection. And a lot of this can be encapsulated in the idea of a fashion show, which is like a total experience from the moment you're lining up outside to having to get through the door to going up into the seating and all of these things. That it's a really like visceral environment for the half an hour or whatever that you're in the room. It applies to a lot of our work in terms of thinking about approach and entrance and, let's say, circulation through a space and kind of discovering these things in the same way that a fashion show can be choreographed to have these specific moments and reveals. These are other elements that we're interested in bringing into even architectural projects that aren't event-based, like a standalone installation. We're still interested in how a visitor or guest is going to first view the project, what they feel and what they see as they literally walk up to it and into it, and the first things that they're touching. And all of these kinds of things that are maybe tactile or auditory or sensory experiences for the visitor.